Hi, I'm Adrian Halverstadt, founder of the Criminal Justice Program at Berkeley College. Welcome to the Justice Center at drhalvey. This is video number 6 from the playlist Green Criminology. The aim of this video is threefold. 1, identify the role of activism and resistance in combating environmental harm. 2, examine environmental social movements and their common strategies used today. And 3, we want to explore the criminalization of environmental activists and the impact it has on activism. First, the role of activism and resistance in combating environmental harm. Activism and resistance are essential in combating environmental harm. They serve as a means for citizens to express their concern and hold those in power accountable for their actions that have led to environmental degradation. Activism can take on many forms, from peaceful protests, civil disobedience, to lobbying and advocacy. It can be undertaken by individuals or groups targeting both governments and corporations who may be responsible for environmental harm. Resistance, on the other hand, often refers to direct action taken by people to physically obstruct or disrupt environmentally harmful practices. This can include blockades, street sittings, tree sittings, and other forms of nonviolent criminal disobedience. Together, activism and resistance can create pressure for change and draw attention to environmental issues that might otherwise be ignored. They can also be mobilized and unite people around a common cause, bringing together diverse people groups of individuals and communities. Probably one of the most significant examples of the power of activism and resistance is in terms of climate change. Climate activists have played a vital role in raising awareness of the issue and pushing for political action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to transition people to renewable energy. In addition to climate change, activism and resistance have also been critical in addressing such issues as deforestation, ocean pollution, and species extinction. By engaging in collective action and using their voices to demand change, activists and resistance movements can significantly protect the environment and promote sustainability. What are the environmental strategies that are used by social movements today? Generally, environmental social movements are organized by groups with a shared concern about ecological issues. These movements often have a range of strategies to achieve their goals, including grassroots organizing, political lobbying, and direct action. These strategies can be used in various combinations depending on the specific environmental issue and the movement's goals. Studies show ecological and social activities are crucial in raising awareness, influencing policy, and promoting sustainability. Here are some of the common strategies used by environmental social movements. First, there's the grassroots organizing. This involves mobilizing individuals and communities to take action on environmental issues. Grassroots organizations often use community education and outreach tactics, petition drives, letter writing campaigns, all to build support for their cause. 2, there's political lobbying. This strategy involves pressuring government officials to pass laws and policies that address environmental issues. Environmental social movements often lobby elected officials through phone calls, emails, and meetings to advocate for stronger environmental protection. 3, there's litigation. Environmental social movements may also use legal systems to achieve their goals. They may file lawsuits to challenge environmental regulations or to hold polluters accountable for their actions. 4, there's direct action. This strategy involves physically disrupting environmentally harmful activities. It can include nonviolent civil disobedience, such as sit-ins and blockades, or more extreme tactics such as sabotage and property damage. Fifth, there's consumer activism. This strategy encourages consumers to use their purchasing power to support environmentally sustainable products and companies. Environmental social movements may also organize boycotts of companies that engage in environmentally harmful practices. Six, there's international cooperation. Environmental social movements may work across borders to address global environmental issues. International organizations and agreements such as the Paris Agreement or Climate Change Agreement provide opportunities for global cooperation on environmental matters. Let's talk about criminalization of environmental activists and the impact it has on activism. The criminalization of environmental activists has a chilling effect on activism and can undermine the effectiveness of environmental movements. When activists are arrested, persecuted, and sentenced for their activism, it creates a climate of fear and discourages others from taking similar actions. Environmental activists are often criminalized through various means, such as labeling them as terrorists or using anti-protest laws to restrict their ability to demonstrate peacefully. These tactics can intimidate and deter activists from participating in protest or other forms of activism. The impact of criminalization on activism can be particularly severe in countries with the weak rule of law or where the government does not consider environmental issues a priority. In these cases, activists may be subject to violence, harassment, or even assassination by state or non-state actors. It can also lead to losing trust in the justice system and governmental institution. Activists may view the legal system as biased against them, leading them to a sense of disenfranchisement and frustration. However, despite the risks and the challenges, criminalization can also galvanize and mobilize environmental activists, highlighting the urgency and the sensitivity of the issues that they are fighting for. Activists may become more determined to continue their work and gain more support from the public. The criminalization of environmental activists can positively and negatively impact activism. Governments and legal systems must ensure that activists are not unjustly targeted and that their rights to peaceful protest and free speech, that it's respected. This can help foster a climate of trust and collaboration between activists and authorities, promoting greater cooperation and finding solutions to environmental challenges today.